Let's go.
Okay, man.
CP3D.
CP3D, Common Purpose, Douglas
No,
Donkey Daily. No, Common
no.
Purpose.
Oh
No,
my
no.
gosh. Look at this. We're 30 seconds in here. Are you awake? What time is it over there? My goodness.
Wow, that's awesome right there. Common Power, Douglas Donkey Daily. Okay, let's go. It is August 10th,
Yes, it is.
2024. It is truly. Uh, I'm in Seattle. Where are you?
I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay,
Just kicked off a bunch of volunteers heading out to knock doors.
okay, awesome, awesome. So here, I want
Where do you want to
to
start? Yep, go
So I got
ahead.
someplace I want to start us. I don't know if you're going to remember this. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
you were young. Okay,
I'll remember it like I remember the name of our organization.
I know I don't have anything to stand on right now. I got it. I got it. Here we go.
John Kerry believes in America. And he
Who is
knows
that
that
young
it's not
guy?
enough for just some of us to prosper. For alongside our famous individualism, there's another ingredient
Who is this
in the
dude?
American saga. A belief that we're all connected as one people.
He's
If
a
there's a
state
child
senator.
on the south side of Chicago who can't read, that matters to me even if it's not my child. If there's a senior citizen somewhere who can't pay for their prescription drugs and having to choose between medicine and the rent, that makes my life poorer even if it's not my grandparent. If there's an Arab American family being rounded up without benefit of an attorney or due process, that threatens my civil liberties. It is that fundamental belief. It is that fundamental belief. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper that makes this country work. It's what allows us to pursue our individual dreams and yet still come together as one American family.
Are you ready? Here we go.
E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Now, even as we speak, there are those who are preparing to divide us.
Really?
The spin masters, the negative ad peddlers, who embrace the politics of anything goes. Well, I say to them tonight, there is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states. Red states for Republicans, blue states for Democrats. But I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around in our libraries in the red states. We coach Little League in the blue states, and yes, we've got some gay friends in the red states. There are patriots who opposed the war in Iraq, and there are patriots who supported the war in Iraq. We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, all of us defending the United States of America.
2004.
Wow.
Democratic
Like
National
a
Convention,
lifetime ago. 20 years ago.
Boston, Massachusetts. We're starting here because we're going to talk about the Democratic National Convention today, because we're going. We're going.
That's
Common
right.
Power's going.
That's right. Yeah, man, but it's such a different time though. We're going, but the convention is so different. It's so it's so different. Politics was if it was an innocent, it was such an innocent time 20 years ago. It was not existential crisis like it is right now. But yeah, it'll have that kind of power and energy. And maybe we'll hear from a future presidential candidate, a new star at that convention. It's going to be exciting.
So that was 2004. 4, we're going to talk about the upcoming convention in Chicago, which is August 19th to the 22nd. And we're going to set the template for Common Power, which is going. But I want to stay with 2004 for a moment. Obama was a state senator at the time, and he wasn't elected to the U.S. Senate yet. He gets elected that fall to the U.S. Senate.
How old was he in that?
Well, I don't know if he's like 62, 63 right now. Go back 20 years, right? Early 40s.
Wow.
You, dude. He's you. All right.
Wow.
I
need to run for Senate. All right, I gotta go.
In the book, The Bridge, which is by David Remnick, a book about Barack Obama. It's the book I gave to you when you became executive director. It's about Obama's life, and it interviews all of these people in his lifetime. And he is walking around Boston the day before the speech with Marty Nesbitt, who's one of his lifetime longest friends. And Nesbitt says, "So you're giving a speech tomorrow night," because Obama was the keynote convention speaker. Obama and Barbara Jordan had been the first African American keynote speaker back in 1972
ever
for the Dems. And Obama said, "Yep, I'm giving a speech tomorrow night." And Nesbitt goes, "So how is it?" And Obama goes, "It's pretty good." All right. That cockiness that defines him, right?
Yeah.
So he gives that speech, and I've done a lot with this speech in different talks, and it's about a 17-minute speech. And he first 9 minutes are pretty pedestrian. They're no big deal. But then a switch flips, and he goes off on these defining American kind of themes and riffs, and delivers it in this like incredibly energetic, powerful, charismatic way, and brings down the house, right?
Yeah.
So
I remember that moment. I remember hearing that and being like, what the heck is this? Because it's different. It was different from all the other kind of throwaway speeches at the convention. The energy he delivered it with, who he was, and then also the fact that it was this unifying thing that was across party. And normally at these party conventions, you're like, this is why our party's better than the other folks. So it definitely was a standout thing. Yeah.
So this is and then here's where it gets personal. So Lisa was a delegate at that convention.
Really?
Yeah, in 2004, we had gone to the caucuses.
Wow.
In Washington. It had been our first political, like overt political engagement.
Wow.
And she was a young mother, a pastor, very, very effective speaker, and so on. So she got immediately selected by the local caucuses to be a delegate to the state convention. And then at the state convention, she got selected to be a delegate to the national convention. So she went for Washington for a delegate. So I'm watching this speech on C-SPAN that night from Seattle, from our front room.
That's awesome.
Right? I'm watching it. I'm like this, it's just like, oh my God, this last half of the speech is amazing. Like 15 minutes later, she calls me and she's like, "Did you see that speech? That was amazing." She was in the convention center. And then an hour later, she calls me and she goes, "Hi, I just want you to know that I'm going to an after party with Obama and others." All right. And she goes, I don't got time to talk. I'm going. We're all going. All right. And so
wow. Yeah. That's so cool. That's really cool. So she has more, like, she had more political experience at that point than you did.
Yeah, I was a professor, right? I was a teacher.
Yeah.
And I wasn't involved in the political space. I was studying it, teaching it, that kind of thing. Yep.
Did she talk about the energy in the room? Like, did it feel as awesome as it looked from TV?
Yeah, it was a moment, like it changed the convention, right? It is one of the most inspirational, notable speeches in American history.
History, yes. Oh yeah, yeah. The red state, blue state speech that people that's how they talk about it. I didn't realize he had signs. Did every speaker had like signs handed out?
Yeah, when you go, you're going to see that every single speaker gets signs that are distinctly tailored to what they're doing. And some of them are personal, but many of them, of course, are party based kind of signs. But they hand out signs for every speaker. People come down the aisles and they hand out signs.
Wow. So like, you're going through and all these like there's Kerry and there's Smith and there's Jones and then there's
Tlaib
Obama.
today,
Yeah.
Tlaib and Jeffries and yeah,
No, no, no. I mean back then. I
yeah.
mean now we're such a more diverse Congress, but back then I bet it was like Obama. What?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Oh
just
yeah,
that last name on the sign. I bet people were like, what is this? Who is this guy?
right. There's a great anecdote in Remnick's book where the Clintons, Bill and Hillary, are sitting
Mm-hmm.
in like a high up convention because Bill had been president. They're sitting
Yeah.
up in a high up suite, and he turns to the people around him
Mm-hmm.
after Obama's speech, and he says, "Barack Obama, what
Mm-hmm.
what does Barack mean?" He says, "What does Barack mean?" And
Yep.
Hillary Clinton says to him, "What does she mean? It means what the fuck does she say? It it means like blessed one or something like this."
Oh,
Okay,
she knew, huh?
I don't know. She said it's in. I'd have to look it up, and it's a great
I remember the
anecdote.
part about him saying, "What? What does that mean?" Yeah, and we're coming out of the '90s, man. 2004. He was such a strange political entity.
Yeah.
So,
So
okay, this is now we're fast forward to now. This is 20 years after that, and it's a totally different world. No, to your point, there's all these other people. Congress is much more diverse. A Barack Hussein Obama would not be strange right now. But what is different is obviously the top of the ticket is a woman, and it's a woman of color. Massive shift, and even different in a lot of ways than Hillary, um, especially after Hillary. But we talked about that a little bit. So what are the things that you're interested? What can people look forward to from us actually when we are covering the convention here?
yeah, let me see here.
Oh, we're doing some live Googling right now, y'all. This is the best time to catch David in his element when he's doing research on the fly. Um,
I'm looking for that nugget, but I can't find it right now. Like what she said, Barack meant. It was very positive what she said. So you're going to the convention, and we have multiple tickets. We have 5 tickets. Is that right?
and counting.
Okay, and we're gonna go, and that is the August 19th to 22nd, and I'm gonna be in Seattle, and I'm gonna host 4 nights of convention coverage. Okay, CP channel, right? The CP channel on Zoom. 4 nights. We'll start at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll go to probably like 9 p.m. Pacific time, and
Whoa. Wow.
that'll include the major speeches of the evening.
Wow. We are not recording that. You gotta be there. You gotta go to catch it. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to do that for 4 nights because there's commentary, there's energy, there's so many things. Monday night is going to be Joe Biden's night. All right, the convention is
Okay.
announced. This Monday night is Joe Biden's night, and the dude deserves it. Okay, the dude
Totally.
deserves it.
That's good.
Tuesday night are supposed to be Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. Okay,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
former presidents, right?
These are
Wednesday,
all the keynotes. So like
yeah,
throughout the day, there's gonna be a stack of speakers throughout.
but
Okay.
these will be the main evening speakers, the main evening
Okay.
ones.
And is it
But
all day long? I don't know
It
anything about the
it does
convention.
go all
So
day long. There are like city council people speaking
got it.
during the day and stuff, and there's resolutions being passed and all kinds of stuff. All right.
Oh, that's right. We got to pass our platform. Okay.
Exactly. You're gonna be part of the platform. No, you're not a delegate. Sorry.
I'm not a
Sorry, my bad.
delegate.
Yeah.
No, no. I don't want to be a part of the platform conversation. I got other work to do, man.
Right. We're gonna talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, it's the vice president's night, Tim Walz. Okay. And
Okay.
so and so I'm gonna put the bet down right now that he's introduced by his daughter Hope. All right, that Hope will
Oh,
introduce him.
that's what you think.
Yes. Usually, like who introduces you is a big deal for the VP. All right. And I'm
Okay.
going to guess Hope does it. And then Thursday night is
Okay.
the nomination and acceptance speech of Kamala Harris.
Who introduces the president, the vice president?
No, it's usually their spouse. Yeah. You know
Okay,
who?
all right. We can hear from him.
It's almost always been the spouse, except for Donald Trump here this last convention.
That's good.
Melania
That's
was
good.
nowhere to be found, although she did come out
Oh,
afterwards.
did she
But
really? She's alive?
she is. She came out and gave him a little kiss on the cheek.
No way.
But he was introduced by Hulk Hogan, a
That's
professional wrestler.
right.
So
Wow.
4 nights of programming each night, and we're going to talk about the joy and the energy and the determination and all of that, all 4 nights. So folks, put it on your calendar. We'll be promoting it. 4 nights of common power gatherings for the Democratic Convention. Charles, Larcy, Ben, Puglia, Terry, Dr. Terry Ann Scott, they're all going to be coming live from the convention floor. All right, live from the convention. All right.
You're pre-selling this. We don't even know if we can record from the convention floor. You know,
Dude,
we don't know what's allowed.
this is the Super Bowl. All right. This is the Super Bowl on steroids. You're going to go to the second biggest convention in Democratic history, and it might be the first. It might top the '08 one by the time it's done. It's in Chicago. I know that I know I'm all fired up about conventions today. It's in Chicago. In Chicago, the Democrats blew up in
I know.
1968.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And
They
people were saying that it was going to be again. People were simultaneously asking for an open convention and also saying it was going to be the worst disaster ever if we have an open convention. It was maddening. I'm so glad we're past that time.
My God, absolutely. And so you're going to be in Chicago with all of this Democratic energy that exists there.
Yeah.
So like you could go to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee would be a really logical place, or Detroit, a logical place, because they're in big swing states. Chicago's not actually a swing state in Illinois. Illinois is not, but it is
Right.
massive Democratic energy. All right.
It's a deep blue city. Yes.
So it's going to be
To a fault. To a fault. It is so blue that it's locked in, and there's not even, it needs to be shaken up a little bit. The Chicago machine, right?
So I want to say one more thing about history, and then let's pivot to the last quarter of this podcast to talk about what you're going to be doing while you're there.
Yeah, you're going back and forth. Just want to call that out for
I know. There's
the people watching. You know, you're going history, you're going to present, you're going back to history. I know you're super excited.
I'm vibrating at a very high level here, man. Okay. This is like Christmas morning at the age of 9. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're also going to see these moments that you'd have no idea in advance they're going to happen. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to be a parent who's going to speak. All right. They're going to be a military veteran who's going to speak. And they're going to be speeches by up and comers like an Obama that you're going to forever remember them from there.
Yeah.
In 1948, the keynote convention speech was delivered by Hubert Humphrey from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And in that convention, the Democrats had a fight over whether or not they would promote and stand by civil rights legislation.
Yeah.
Okay. And the initial platform did not include pro-civil rights language. But Humphrey and the folks who were fighting for civil rights got enough votes to move it to a floor vote, to a entire convention floor vote out of a committee. And he in his speech that time talked about coming out of the shadows of states' rights into the bright sunlight of human rights. All right. And it was an absolute defining shift in American politics. The Mississippi Democrats walked out, the Alabama Democrats walked out.
Yeah.
And it became this moment
changed the Democratic Party. Yeah.
Exactly. It did.
This is where the whole confusion around which party did what. Yeah, the identity's completely shifted.
So you're gonna see something like that along the way. And having studied this, having watched it, having Lisa be there, and also having gone to campaign kickoffs, like these moments are mountaintop moments. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm so fired up for us to be there and for us as a community to share this. All right. This is going to be a CP community mountaintop moment. We're not going to be in Chicago, but we're going to be in Chicago at the convention with Charles and everybody else. All right. So you're not just going to party though. You're not just going to party.
What if I were? What if I were, David? Okay. What if you want me to say it right here in front of everybody? That's the only reason why I'm going. So to see if I can get into a party with Barack Obama like Lisa did. That's my entire goal for this Chicago thing. Party with Obama. Wouldn't you all listening, wouldn't you do the same? You would. We all want to be like Lisa. Cheers, Lisa.
Yeah. Well, sure. It's true. It's true. Like, yeah, sidebar, it's true. But as the narrator would say at this moment, we would, wouldn't we? Yes.
That's right. But no, we're gonna go do a few things. So we are going to witness history. We are also going because we are a part of the ecosystem on the left that's going to help win this election. So we're going to go meet with some of the Dems. We are going to talk to a bunch of elected officials that we have relationships with. I hope to touch base with the Washington delegation. I know I'm going to touch base with the Washington delegation. We're going to some events actually with the folks from Washington that are outside the convention that they're going to be holding all week. So we're locked in there. Shasti Conrad and, Pramila and Suzanne Dobene and a bunch of other folks will be there. A bunch of state elected officials. And then we're going to also be a part of some of the AAPI stuff, the AA and HPI community is going to host some events. We're going to go to those. And we're going to meet up with a bunch of partner organizations that are going to be in the area doing stuff as well. So some of that stuff we're going to go to together. Some of those things we're going to kind of split off and do our thing. Terry is coming in under the what is it? The delegation with whatever Hakeem Jeffries is doing. Terry got in on that ticket. So she's going to be hanging out with them, and then we'll see where we get from there. That's our starting point. That's our baseline. The rest of it is going to be, organic, and we're going to build some more relationships for Common Power and do some good work.
In Chicago, and these are like 24-hour affairs each day. Like, things are going on. There's convention stuff. There's material going on outside. There's so many organic moments that occur, and Common Power seems to be perfectly positioned for this, given our national stature at this point, and the level of relationships and quality of relationships that everybody builds in this organization. It seems just like ideal timing for us.
Oh yeah, this is definitely our year, for sure. Okay, man, I got to get back out here and hit some doors.
All right. Okay,
all right.
then, everybody. I'm going to share the Barbara Jordan. It's 1976 convention speech. I'm going to share that as a link in the when I send this all out. But put it on your calendar, folks. August 19th to 22nd, Common Power. We're going to the convention. Okay,
we're going.
Let's go.
We're going. We're already there. Wait.
Oh, it's a coconut. Yes. All right.
It's a coconut.
Yes.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Dude, where'd you get that, man?
From Kamala Harris.
All right.
From the future president. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, man. Let's go.